Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. Rob Finnerty with Rick Grinnell once again. The Biden administration doubling down on Bidenomics as inflation continues to remain high. We set records at this time last summer. Gas prices now at $4 a gallon nationwide. Oil is at $95 a barrel. And if you're trying to buy a house, unless you're an all-cash buyer, good luck to you. Mortgage rates now at 7%. We haven't seen that number since Bill Clinton's first term. For more on that, let's welcome in Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, it's great to have you back on this morning. Kevin McCarthy is working to avoid this government shutdown. It's 10 days away if it does happen. A stopgap vote is expected today. The AP picking up on the almost impossible task of trying to unite the House GOP to fund the government before September the 30th. This has been like herding cats. Do you expect this stopgap measure to pass today?
From what we're hearing, it should pass and come out of the House. Then the Senate will take it up. And look, with a CR, which no one likes, everybody wants to get back to regular order and pass all of these bills. But the House is going to have to step up and do this. The spending originates there. The Senate has finished with their appropriations bills. They all spend too much money for me, but the work has been done. So let's push the House to the finish line and get something over to the Senate. No one wins in a government shutdown.
Senator, this is Rick Grinnell. Do you think that your colleagues in the Senate are absolutely against a government shutdown no matter what, so that it feels like a hostage situation, that you know, we've got to keep the government open, so send us something? Is that what you're hearing?
Rick, the one person, pardon me, the one person cheering for a shutdown is Chuck Schumer. So the Republican senators are saying, let's have the House send us something that we can work from so that we do not have that government shutdown. We know that when there is a shutdown, it's basically time off for federal workers. Right. They're going to recoup everything. And we want to see the House continue with their investigations. We want to see them continue with their appropriations, and in that work, get around to cutting into the baseline of what the government is spending. We've got to get the spending under control. It is completely out of control. And if you don't start with some small but significant cuts, you're never going to get there.
Yeah, Senator, it's a great point. And we don't have something like a holiday or a summer recess coming up to get people to actually do something in Washington. But the ambassador makes a good point, because typically the White House would be involved in helping the speaker to get something like this done. Look, Kevin McCarthy just launched this impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden, so I don't expect any help from the White House. But I'll tell you what, the American people, I don't think, blame Kevin McCarthy for a shutdown, despite what Democrats say. I think they would blame the commander-in-chief. That's what they did when there was that long shutdown when Trump was president. Do you agree with that?
What we hear from Tennesseans, what I'm hearing from Tennesseans, and I did a telephone town hall the other night with thousands of Tennesseans on it. They are so burdened by inflation that they don't want anything to happen that is going to cause inflation to continue to rise. When you look at the fact, the price at the pump, the price at the grocery store, the price to heat and cool their homes, that is the basket of goods that they're concerned about. That is where they're seeing the most intense inflation. And they're saying, can you all just, pardon me, just please get some work done so we don't see more inflation.
Senator, I want to talk about the border. I don't know how a spending bill.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I don't know. Fantastic point, Senator, but I don't know how a spending bill moves forward without more money allocated to address the crisis at the border.
Right.
This has never happened before, Senator. Right now, we've got 500,000 Venezuelans lined up at the southern border, ready to cross, and Joe Biden just announced they're going to give them work permits. What do you make of that, and where we are right now?
Well, Joe Biden continues to try to find ways to make illegal legal. And this is what he is doing there at that border. He's previously tried, he's got an app, and the cartels are using the app. And then the Biden administration does not count those that have illegally entered the country but filled out a form on the app. They don't count those in the illegal entrant numbers. And you just were talking with Mercedes and moving forward with impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas. That is something that the House ought to do. This is why they need to find a way forward on the spending bill so that they do not interrupt their work, so that they continue to carry this. But you're so right, putting H.R. 2 on that CR and getting it passed in the Senate. And I think you just might see that passed in the Senate.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing. But then let's have the administration actually implement that and follow the rule of law.
Wouldn't that be
because
nice?
they continue to find,
Yeah.
try to
crisis.
find a way to make illegal legal.
Yeah. Senator, so nice to see you again this morning. We appreciate you being
Good
with
to
us.
see you.
Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn there. Always excellent having you, Senator. Thank you.